Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry to interrupt your discussions for a little bit, but we have a planned session that deals with SPS, Society of Physics students. And I would like to have a little bit of attention for us, the smaller kids now, right? We're still important too. So we'd like to talk a little bit about Society of Physics students, which is growing stronger and stronger. I would like to start our presentation by recognizing the Case West University chapter, which just reopened. And how many of you came here? Well, 20 SPS students, new SPS students from Case West. Please have a round of applause for your Case students. All right. So, my name is Kiril. I am a faculty at the University. I'm also right now the president of SPS Society of Students in elected position. So right now I'm serving as SPS president. And we have two officials from SPS with us, also more people. So we have Dr. Kumon, who is the Zone Councilor from SPS, and we have Jacob Callebs, who is a social council student. So I give to them.
Thank you so much, Dr. Streletzky. Hi, everyone. I'm Jacob Callebs. I'm your Associate Zone Counselor for Zone 7. So, talk a little bit about, what is Society of Physics Students? So, Society of Physics Students is a society that's open to all students. And again, all students, faculty, staff, whoever has any remote interest in physics and astronomy. We're not just set aside for just the physics majors or for anyone who has any interest. We are a national and even international organization broken out across the U.S. into 18 different zones. A few of those zones do include some international chapters such as Egypt, Singapore, and so on. For us, we are in Zone 7, the Lower Peninsula of Michigan, Ohio, West Virginia, and western part of Pennsylvania. So we're similar in terms of regional aspects with regards to American Physical Society, the EGLS section, which also includes half of Indiana. So that's a little overview of what SPS is there. Our mission statement is that SPS exists to help students transform themselves into contributing members of the professional community. Classwork is just one part of this career. We want to expand outside of the classroom to research, networking, community. We want to help build that inside and outside of university campuses. We do this through demonstrating effective communication and personal interaction, leadership amongst our students, faculty, and staff, personal networks, scholarly work, and so much more on and off campus communities. Just in terms of the organization, we are a chapter-based society. Aside from being Associate Zone Councilor, I'm also the president of the Wayne State University chapter over in Detroit. So these chapters exist within the physics department, but of course, it doesn't just reserve themselves to the physics department. They reach out to the entire campus community. And we are headed up by the SPS and Sigma Phi Sigma National Council, which myself and Dr. Kumon are a part of. We're more of the policy making and legislative authority of SPS and Sigma Phi Sigma. We are the voice for the students in effect. And then above that is, or alongside that, the executive committee, which is more administrative long-term aspect, which Dr. Streletzky is a part of as SPS president. So of course, we are comprised of 18 different regions. The students, associate zone counselors, are 1 year terms, and zone counselors like Dr. Kumon are 3 years. The executive committee is made up of the CEO of AIP, American Institute of Physics, the SPS president, the Phi Sigma president, an AIP member in large position, actually an associate zone counselor representative. One of us students on the executive committee. You have a director and a historian. That's just a little bit of the overview of how SPS is made up. On top of the National Council, we also have committees. These committees are formed by the associate zone counselors and zone counselors For different reasons. For example, we have a governance committee which examines and provides council with guidance on governing documents and such. The burnout committee, which is headed up by Dr. Streletzky, determine the issue of student faculty burnout in these chapters. We also have the SPS task force, which is aiming towards reaching out to inactive or dormant chapters. I am the current co-chair of that task force, and Dr. Kumon is also on it. And of course, we also have the Sigma Pi Sigma task force, which is trying to reactivate Sigma Pi Sigma chapters at different universities. So I'll hand it off to Dr. Kumon.
Hello, everyone. So I wanted to make you aware that there is a really great resource here called the Information Handbook. And it goes out every year. And if you are registered with these students, you should have gotten already, but we still have copies left. So please come out and get them if you don't have them yet. It's a great summary of all the things that SPS has to offer, scholarships, awards, due dates for those, things about Chapter L, Sigma Pi Sigma, contact information. If you want to look up the date your chapter was charted, it's in that book. Okay, so please come and get one if you don't have one already, and we want to distribute that information. Okay, now also we're talking about career and grad school resources. So it's really great websites together to help out students. In particular, I want to point out a few of these here. First of all, SPS Jobs. It's a great resource if you're interested in a particular area. Physics, we can go to outside of physics. You can go and do searching there, and have less job opportunities available, not just academia, but also outside industry and elsewhere. So you can just type in your keyword searches and search maybe your location where you want to search for job, and it will come up with some options for you. Also, more broadly, there's toolboxes out there. It's specifically on the project to give undergraduate students some perspective about what they can do with this degree. You don't just have to become a professor. There's lots of other options. And also, grad school shopping is now associated with scientific student. Great resource if you can apply for graduate schools and you don't know where to apply to, what are the great programs are out there and you increase interest. You can type in the search box there on graduate programs, on keyword, application, and it's got a lot of great information. Also, it turns out that there's a journal published by the Society of Physics students called the Journal of Undergraduate Research in Physics and Astronomy. And this is a place where you can send in research work. Maybe these are things which maybe aren't quite ready for a full-on peer review. But this other option here, you do get a TOI for this. It's real research place. It is peer reviewed by an editor, and you can get this published. And so they publish basically once a year. It's converting and monitoring as well. As long as you get it by March 15th, you get in hopefully to that year's edition. So check this out. Journal of Undergraduate Reports of Physics Astronomy. Also, there is a great magazine here published by scientific students called SPS Observer. Okay, and this comes out 3 times a year. We copies sent out to all members, and it has lots of each one will have a theme. Most recent one is all about graduate school, and you can actually on the side of the graduate shopper information this year. And but it has the previous about chapter health, about how to improve chapter activities. And lots of great resources. So there are a few of these up here too. We pick one of those up but also that's something to do for alumni, Zone updates, reports about things for physics and culture, information from the society director, things about going on the national council level. So kind of just gives you a chance to know what's going on across the council and deciding more. Here's a few examples of this. You can see in 2023, Winter Value of the Honor Society, Spring 2023, about Physics Congress, which I'll know more about that later, and then choosing the best issue. Okay, I think we're going to hand off here to questions.
So the other thing that SPS does really well is helps facilitate outreach. And we use the state use those different resources quite a bit. So there are lots of resources on the website, such as the capital schemes, which really give you nice ideas what kind of what kind of grades, what kind of outreach you can do with kids. Also give you lesson plans, give you the timing as well. There are some demo libraries available too, so you can go to the website that is shown there on the right hand side. Also physics demo, that's what we love at the state here as well. Alumni. So this is really the proud part of the SPS work. There is this program called Alumni Engagement Program, where the alumni is invited back to the community by various means. And this slide is put together by National SPS Office and actually Marine Latin to be there who got his degree some years back, now registered with Caltech. So alumni is really something that we all depend on, not only as students, but also as faculty, and those faculty programs that under threat of being closed down. So this is something that I think all of us need to be thinking, not only students, but also faculty. That this chapter are important things, important mechanisms to help support the health of your departments. And just to give you one example, here is a snapshot from a YouTube video that my chair made us aware of. Apparently, our president gives university address every year. I didn't know that. Okay, and there the address, she was highlighting a few things. Okay, and she was highlighting a couple of rooms. One of them was the Justin. Justin is a student at Ohio State right now, and he is doing research himself called Page Grid. He's trying to find new treatments. So it really needs some sort of mark in the realization for the our president. And I thought that this was really important to emphasize here, because at the time when Justin was here, it was SPS president and students. Here it is out. He heard quite a few criticisms or no, you're wasting your time, you should be doing science, you should be working with class, you should not be reading this SPS class. Because he was doing that. Well, he's pretty successful. He's on the south, he's finishing his PhD in the next spring. So that's sort of one important comment. Another important comment, well, in the summary, our president said, okay, well, what is this alumni, Justin? And next to him, to put the two new faculties into faculty who she highlighted because they won the NIH Pathway to Independence Awards. Those people don't know, those are the awards that postdocs get, and they come to the university with like $200 per year for research that they want to do. And that's those are two faculty for chemistry and physics, chemistry and biology that the president highlighted. Well, I just realized that, well, there's a connection to another important president of ours, Mr. Freeman, who just got the same type of awards a month ago. So, SPS presidents, not SPS presidents from for all the time, actually do make a difference. They do become successful. SPS working with this organization doesn't hurt them at all. So I just wanted to bring this couple of examples which are really related to close components. Jacob.
So I love talking about research. I love talking about internships. SPS is another wonderful avenue to get yourself into research and to get yourself into the professional community for internships. One of those examples is the SPS internship program. So this is a heavily paid internship program through SPS. There are 13 different job sites in Washington, D.C. that you can become a part of. These opportunities range from actual research with a bit more physics lobbying and policy making. As you can see, we have the Space of Science Institute for the research. We have Science News Policy for AIP. We have so many, this policy, this research, we have so many different opportunities that you can apply for. I know that many people like to apply for NSF RAU programs. Those are absolutely wonderful programs. But one other little side that I like to put there is that those NSF programs require U.S. citizenship. These SPS internships, not all of them require U.S. citizenship, which is another wonderful aspect of the internship programs. You can start applications on November 1st, which is coming up very soon. So please look at the SPS website or talk to myself or Dr. Kumon if you want more info on that. In terms of getting into membership, there's many wonderful things going on in the chapters at the university, but so much more to be extended after becoming a national member of SPS. You have a few different options. So you could do individually for $24 a year, or this is just an instant membership, or you can join in with a group of people. Like if you get 40 people together, you can get a 25% discount on that annual rate. Another really big one is this bulk membership. So for $350 flat, you can register 200 people in your department into National SPS and receive all the benefits. Personally, at Wayne State University, after speaking to my department chair, I was able to secure that $350, and now we are registering, I believe, the sign up with 70 people in our department into National SPS. And you can add people onto that sign up all throughout the year. In terms of some membership benefits, of course, you get many different magazines at different times of the year, such as the FPS Observer, JERPA, Physics Today, all wonderful magazines we talked about before. You'll also be able to apply for different scholarships, grants, the internships, research travel grants. We have travel awards we can give to you for conferences such as this. And outreach awards and so much more money that you can apply for by being a national member. One other big thing that I love to emphasize is 2 free memberships with the AIP Member Society. Normally for faculty, that's a couple $100 every single year, but for undergraduates, for example, I'm able to join APS and AAS for free through this SPS national membership. So I get all the benefits of those member societies on top of this. Even if you do it individually, $24 a year. That's a crazy, crazy deal. We also have travel support for the meetings that I mentioned. You can also get joint membership with the National Society of Black Physicists and National Society of Hispanic Physicists. Those do not count over the free membership, so you can basically get 5 memberships. And also many demonstration tutorials, the stock with Dr. Scott Mine is all about the eclipse. It's such a great outreach tool. I absolutely love it. And many, many more resources. And I'll hand it off.
So the other major organization, which is linked but distinct from scientific students, is Sigma by Sigma. That's the Physics Honor Society component. And this really exists to support 4 pillars, which are, first of all, honor scholarship, second, encourage interest in physics, third, promote service, and fourth, provide fellowship. And so I want to talk a little bit about Sigma by Sigma. So, who is eligible to join? Well, oftentimes it's going to be undergraduate students. That's where it starts, based on their GPA and potentially their service, depending on what the local requirements are. But there are others who can join as well. So there's graduate students based on their coursework and service. Faculty, you just have a PhD, you're a faculty member, that's good enough. You think you have enough physics background to qualify. So you can get as well, even though it's faculty at our university. And in addition, there are honorary memberships as well. So we have down at the national level. But if you go reserving, done a lot of service to scientific students or Sigma, those groups. So what is the benefits in addition to just the honor society? Well, there's this relatively new resource called Time. Anybody heard of Time on the board? So yeah, it's pretty new. And it's basically a portal that you can use to engage with the Sigma community. Once you become a member of Sigma, you're a member for life. Okay, so now there's this network of over 80,000 people historically over the last 100 years who are members of this society. And they're in all kinds of areas of physics and different academia and government industry. And so this gives us this ability to start interacting with people. There's a LinkedIn page now for society, for Sigma by Sigma. And there's mentoring resources. Maybe oh, I want to become a member of the national lab, work in the national lab. You can hook up with someone and talk to them. Say, well, look, what is it that you do there? And can I find out more about it? Right? This is so in addition, Sigma also has the Radiations magazine and over here on the table, which comes out periodically, and it talks about things that are going on in this study. There are the adaptive assistant program where you can basically again interact with professional businesses and maybe someone outside your field, or maybe you want to do an outreach program and businesses talk to the classrooms, and that's possible as well. All the kinds of things here, which is the also investigating graduate school universities, one to mention the other program there, which is also developed recently called Science Star. The basic concept here is entrepreneurship, physics, experience. So this was started out, I think, for the champion by folks at the University of Colorado, Denver. And basically the idea here is that you want to think about physics not just as sort of a research thing, but that it can actually have a real impact on people. And the Randy Tag, who's the founders of this, he tells a little story about how he had a student who was in his classroom and had one of his friends died in an accident. And so he ended up developing this service essentially to enable helicopters to take stretchers out to remote areas. And stretchers stabilize that and pick it up and see it else basically in the company. There's obviously a lot of physics in that kind of problem. And so this is sort of dedicated to that. How can we learn to use physics, but also take an entrepreneurial look at that and see how we can develop it. So there's some resources available with Lexi card that you get to think about all the different areas, 52 different areas that you can actually think about how physics can be involved in society. So this is another resource available for Sigma analysis. Videos here which also want to mention about upcoming physics congress. So every 3 years, students together in a national gathering. The last one was in Washington, D.C. for the 100th anniversary. The next one is coming up here in 2025, October 30th, November 1st in Denver, Sheraton downtown, the hotel there, and it'll be locally hosted by the University of Denver. And this is a great opportunity. Usually around 1,200 physics undergraduates who come together, and it's not just a conference where there is the ability to present research there typically, but other things as well. So they actually get everybody together in the ballroom and talk about issues related to students. So, for example, one of the big issues that was identified, the #1 issue that was identified at the Congress in 2022 was burnout. And so now we have a burnout committee that's dealing with that issue. How do we help students deal with burnout?
And regarding burnout, if you guys check the Physics Today from September, there's article from Board Director of SPS based on the statistics that Ron is describing from the Congress. The burnout was found to be the biggest contributor to stress among students.
Usually right before the conference, there's a series of tours that take place in the local city, in DC, NIST, and NASA, and the Space Museum, and various other places. Local, a bunch last year in Denver as well. There's also workshops that take place during the conference, so you can interact with your students, learn various things going on. And they have really great speakers. Next. So these are plenary speakers that are already confirmed for 2025. Jocelyn Alvarado, who's done our testimony for the discovery of pulsars, breakthrough prize winner, Diana Walton, the Sarah Portis, the astrophysicist conference, the most recent congress. Eric Cornell, the laureate of the work also gave a talk at the panel. And Julianne Floyd, incredible progress, and she'll be back. She's a medical assistant and the cancer center. Renee Gordon, she's doing a special workshop. She's an advanced engineer and also really. And I just want to say, it's not really just different stations maybe, right? Johnson Mills, no just taking students out for lunch. For breakfast, you can walk on. We'll talk about Eric Cornell. I think we said not going to release an hour and a half, 2 hours. If you part of the end of hours. So they really get to know them and talk. And they're specifically chosen because they like to do that. So really encourage you to come. All right, we're giving you a lot of information here. So if you want to.
Yeah, so if you scan this QR code, it will bring you to some of our different social media. Where we post a lot of videos and information. Another really big thing, we have a Discord right now. This is a great way for us to get out immediate information for you guys to ask us questions if you ever have any. It's a great networking tool to allow students from all over to talk to each other almost immediately. It's like a big group chat, but a bit more organized. So I highly encourage people to join us on the Discord and to see us on social media and get other links for this with the QR code. So I just want to say I highly encourage if you all ever have any questions, myself and Dr. Kumon are always here to answer them. You can reach us at these emails here. We always welcome your questions. We are here for you. We're the Associate Zone Councilor for the zone for you. So let me just ask the time that we have. Yeah.
So I just want to do a promo here for tomorrow morning. We are going to have some internships. We're going to do how to RU and get other internships. That'll be right after breakfast in the morning at 8:15. And then in addition, so tonight actually we're doing game night right after the banquet. And then tomorrow, also during the day, we'll have some additional programs. Yeah. Okay. Did you have anything else?
Yeah, just like that, we'd like to invite you guys to the Power to RU webinar, where we'll talk about SPS internship flow in detail. And most importantly, from perspective of CSU students who have a physics jeopardy. The physics jeopardy will be happening in the middle of the morning tomorrow. So thank you guys, and I think we wrestle down.